women finally get it, and it's too late. But I want you to see the thumbnail. Why women deserve less. Did his wife leave him? What's going on, man? You okay? How long before he mentions his coffee? Ooh, all right, let's take bets. What do you think? It's a 12-minute video. I think over under 4 minutes is the bet.
If you're a girly who's living right now in your own little apartment, can afford your own bills, can pay your own rent, you don't rely on your family, you don't rely on a man in your life to financially provide for you, you're quite literally breaking generational trauma. I can literally say it started with me.
Much later.
They call her the cat lady. People say she's
We're stealing The Simpsons?
crazy just because she has a few dozen cats. But can anyone who loves animals that much really be crazy?
Does she have a bunch of cats now?
I was the
Okay.
first. I was literally the first woman in my entire female lineage to live alone.
Leave a like on this video if you think women deserve less. Here's a post.
What? Okay. In 40 seconds, have you decided that women deserve less? Wow. Hey, if you're an incel, I can save you. You don't have to be an incel like Jeremy, whose background is becoming more and more sparse. Did his wife leave him? For real, though, did his wife leave him? Is she like, wow, you sent us into financial ruin? It's much healthier to hang out in the basement and piss in the corner. Absolutely. Gift 5 subs if you believe Jeremy deserves what he's getting.
Post that was in response to a Wall Street Journal article that reported American women have never been this resigned to staying single. The challenges of finding a romantic partner have been made more complicated by the growing divide in education and career prospects between men and women. Now, that is just flat out incorrect for most people. However, why do you think that is? Because third wave feminism prioritized putting women in college.
Why does he sound so fucking weird? Did someone punch him in the teeth? Why is he got a whistle? He's got like a lisp. Is he in the basement again? Is it just a bad mic?
Over men. So there's a significantly higher percentage of women in college than men. Therefore, those women are generally getting better jobs than men and creating this income disparity.
What? You're upset that women are successful?
That is third wave feminism. Third wave feminism also told these women...
Dude, he's definitely got something wrong with his teeth. What's happening? He sounds crazy. This man is borderline illiterate and always slurring drunk. Is he drunk right now?
That they should be promiscuous. That men wouldn't care about high body counts. And now...
High body counts? Who gives a fuck? If I get to have sex, why don't women get to have sex too? That's who I'm trying to have sex with. I just don't understand this mindset. I've never understood it. If having sex is fun and good, and we all agree, right? Then why... And men are the ones trying to have it, and they're like, yeah, bro, let's fuck! We have to fuck to become men! So, like, who are you doing that with? Did you all think you were going to have sex with multiple people, but they were going to all be virgins? Like, the math just doesn't make sense. And also, can we talk about how pedophilic it is to want and desire virgins? That's fucking weird. That lives in two places and two places alone, and it's probably both at the same time. Pedophilia and similar vibes where you're looking for some kind of sexual purity and a small little person, usually, just barely 18 and fertile type language that these guys use. And two, insecurity because you're worried that you're going to be not good relative to the other sexual partners that the people are having. How about, personally, the way I've always gone about it is just be good. Just be good to be around. Be a good time. It's worked out for me just fucking fine. I don't know what, like, this is sad shit. Also, I'm starting to... Did he add another time slot? Is he now uploading a 5th video, or has he always done this? This seems longer than it was last time.
Instead of understanding that they've done this to themselves, they're saying, well, it's the men that aren't making enough money. It's the men It's their fault.
It is the men's fault that they are not getting partners. Correct.
That will complete the cycle for these people who are in their 30s, mid-30s that have never known love. They are now locking into a lifetime of spinsterdom. And at
Spinsterdom.
some point in their 40s and their 50s, they're going to realize it. And you're going to see, I believe, in this next generation's children, a return to the traditional relationship. Men and women getting married earlier, a society.
I disagree that they're going to get married earlier. They do not have the resources to get married. What the fuck are you talking about? They are genuinely not going to be doing that. They don't have enough money. They don't have the money to have kids. They're not going to have the health care access. You're not going to see that until we have a left-wing society. If we had a left-wing society, I'm not joking, you would see people get married younger. But I feel like your emotional maturity would be expedited in a society that didn't have such hang-ups about sex and gender and shit like that.
Idle rejection of.
But you'd have people like that fall in love and that want to be married, frankly, and also in a society like that, you could make it so that marriage isn't that big of a fucking deal financially, and it's more about like the binding of assets and like lives and love, you know, like making sure that my wife has the right to the house too, kind of shit, but also it doesn't have to be this litigious capitalist hellscape because we all have the standards of living we need, you know.
Of promiscuity, rejection of fat acceptance, and so much more.
You don't want fat acceptance? You're fat.
I'll spill. By this way, this tweet has 110,000 likes. All of my friends still single in their 30s. They're hunting unicorns.
Dude, that's cool. All her friends? So she knows 3 people in their 30s that are hunting unicorns? That she must be everybody. Shut up.
Somewhere along the way, a man stopped just being a man. Now he's supposed to be your therapist, best friend, passionate lover, future father of the year, financial provider, probably a mind reader too, all wrapped up into one devastatingly handsome package.
I mean, you're just describing me. Minus the future father of the year stuff. I'm fine. Fat acceptance only applies to women to these chuds because fat men aren't alarming. Only fat women because it makes them less hot for men to enjoy. Does it, though? Because I don't think fat women get less sexually harassed.
If I, was gay or something.
I don't think they get fewer people looking to have sex with them.
What is wrong with salami?
Just depends on how, you know.
Nothing. I love salami.
6 days ago, Jeremy tried to explain why he's been so winded lately. It's the first 20 seconds.
I don't know if many of you have noticed, but I've been a lot more shifty and weird breathy lately. And it's because I'm having near daily anxiety. There's been something going on with my YouTube channel over the past couple of weeks that I have been spending almost every single night trying to figure out.
I'm destroying my channel 6 days ago. Oh my god, dude. They all make the same videos. It's the same life cycle for every single one of these right-wing chuds. I guarantee you there's a video of me somewhere on the internet saying, I bet one day this guy burns the fuck out because this is not sustainable. He doesn't even make real content. No one even fucking likes it.
We grew up on a steady diet of perfect men who could do it all. And now we're shocked.
But I'm not talking about his breathiness. I'm actually talking about how his teeth sound.
Shocked to discover that actual humans come with some flaws.
Like, actual humans come with some flaws. Like, the right side of his mouth, right here, is a little pinched. You see? There's something going on there. Is he good?
Men seem to get this. They prioritize.
Yes. You hear it? It's different.
And put up with a lot more ish overall. Meanwhile, women are out here with spreadsheets of required qualities, then wonder why they're perpetually disappointed. Now, this isn't all women, obviously. This is kind of the Instagram, my man needs to make $100,000 a year. He needs to be cool with my triple-digit body count. All this
triple-digit body count. Did you know, like, the average sexual partners in America is, like, 4 or something like that? Like, the highest is Turkey with 14 average sexual partners for, like, a 30-something adult. Like, this idea of hyper promiscuity is just not happening in America. People have, yeah, I guess it depends on your population density and shit, but like, and your the availability. But you know, most people have a reasonable amount of sex. Turks fuck. Why do we have to allow that term?
This kind of stuff. Men are raised in
Yeah, he does sound bad. Ooh, closing in on 4 minutes.
How to treat a woman. Women are raised in what to expect from a man. What? Think about that. Right?
Yeah, think about that. No. What the fuck are you talking about? It's pretty obvious that men do not do a good job of that, or there would be fewer complaints.
It's a very different mindset nowadays. When I grew up, it was, hey, open the doors. You know,
the door.
Be on top every once in a while. Don't be so lazy. You know,
be on top every once in a while. He means fucking. Yeah.
This kind of stuff. It was a little more detailed than that, but women are growing up. You need a man who's got a college degree. You need a man who's got a 6-figure salary. You need a man who's going to be a handyman. You need a man who's going to be sensitive and cry at movies. You need a man who's this, and this. And now,
congratulations. He held out over 4 minutes. I can't even believe it. Good for him, dude. I guess now we should see if he's going to do it at all. Will he mention coffee? I think he'll do just fine. He's going to hold out. Come on, Jeremy.
All the women that bought into that have found unending loneliness, and they've resided. They've become resolved. They've accepted their fate of loneliness. She continues, being an educated woman and making decent money adds more things to the laundry list of expectations. But the underlying problem is the same. Here's another trap. Even the ugliest of women can always find someone willing to sleep with them. Math talks about this all the time.
Math talks about this all the time? Okay. So then isn't this also true of men?
A dating app at any time, and boom, 10 matches in 10 minutes. Most dating apps are hookup apps in a trench coat. The pool of truly viable men gets smaller after your late 20s. So women see all these matches, and they think they're sitting on endless opportunity. The casual fling marketplace and the commitment marketplace run on different fundamentals. Yeah, I treat finding a match in the commitment marketplace as a zero-sum game. Your goal is to win and get out of the pool as quickly as possible, or you're in for a lot of drama.
Why is he's not even like part of the dating community, but maybe he's entering it because his wife is leaving him. But like, why is he even on this? Seems like clickbait or something. He's trying to just get in on the Manosphere bucks, trying anything to branch out, trying to latch on to whatever dollar he can get his hands on, his grubby little Pete's.
Again, men have known this for 15 years now. Women are only now figuring it out. If I had to do it all over again, I'd have 2 to 3 non-negotiable values. Deprioritize looks in general, 6 feet, bald, fat, etc., and focus on financial compatibility.
Financial compatibility? What the fuck is that? We find ourselves financially compatible. What does that mean? One of you has money? Huh?
Be like VCs, venture capitalists, betting on their future potential instead of venture debt providers who look at your current profit and loss.
How's that working out? Like, for real, how's it working out, Jeremy? This, like, whole thing. You know? The system is fucking rigged. Oh, this is not working for you. Yeah, treat your relationships like venture capitalists. Go in, buy a place, liquidate everything.
How's your Valentine's Day going so far?
Depressing.
Fire everyone. Leave a wake of destruction behind you. Jeremy is looking spent.
I mean, this is exactly correct. This is...
Come on, man.
And when you look at the Wall Street Journal article, you know, her problem is very simple. She's attractive, smart, and highly career ambitious, and wants to marry the same or better. Except her male equal is likely looking for a supportive role, spouse to focus on raising their kids and helping him achieve even more of his goals.
So, that's crazy. Is Amy Nixon actually a man, by the way? Like, is this just a white man running this account? Why peddle this? The right-wing manosphere mindset thing, like, it makes none of them happy, and then they're just like, yeah, this is how it should work. Huh? None of you are happy, ever. You count being happy as not being divorced yet. You know? Have you ever had, like, just, like, true joy in partnership, you know?
There are very few marriages with two highly ambitious spouses gunning for big career goals at the same time, especially once kids enter the picture. It happens, but it's rare, and there are lots of unseen compromise and conflict. Well, this is you girl bossed too close to the sun. You know, you took care of yourself.
Who did?
Someone told you the lie when you were 15, your mom probably, who was unhappy in her marriage or was also buying into this third wave feminism.
Unhappy in her marriage, why? Not going to address that at all. It was probably her fault she was unhappy, huh?
They told you that
you're getting divorced.
You can have it all.
That's tough.
You can be a girl boss CEO, and you can have a guy boss CEO. Well,
CEO? You're not going to be CEOs. You're literally all wages. Like, even to some degree, like, he's trying to be petite bourgeoisie. It's not working out for him because it's prohibitive.
I hope you have a fantastic day.
It's prohibitive to be a small business in this environment. And he's finding out that it's really fucking hard. Remotely Mellow, thanks for the 37 months. It's really fucking hard to be a small business now. You have to, like, worry about corporate interests all the time. And they're always trying to, like, suffocate small businesses out.
Every high work drive man that I know, I can only speak to myself.
As a high work drive man... You're not happy. You spend every day only chasing $1. It's crazy.
Okay. I have some friends that I consider high drive too. They're looking for the same thing. I have a good friend, Aaron. He runs his own business. I run my own business. Neither one of us give two rips about how much the girl makes. You know, does she take care of my needs otherwise? Will she fill in the gap? And this is the gap that is equally as valuable. Some men get into trouble where they say, well, I make all the money. Like, when I had my wife retire, I only made the mistake a few times, but I learned pretty quick never to throw money in her face. I learned pretty quick to say it was my money, because that would always lead to a terrible, terrible fight. Rightfully so, because I was still adjusting to what my...
God, he sounds so shitty.
My mind had already told me I wanted. I
had my wife retire.
I had my wife at home to keep the house clean, to have kids, to...
Do you guys have kids?
You know, cook dinner, to take care of the pets, so I could make more money. That's what I wanted. Now, if I had paired myself with...
It really sounds like he's airing out his grievances right now.
A woman that wanted the same thing, there would be no possible way that would have worked out. This is why gender roles exist.
Gender roles? Gender roles don't exist, fucko. You saying that you have to have your wife do these things is such baby shit. It's just so sad. Men used to be men, Jeremy. No, they didn't. They were always looking for mommies. It's so crazy. Be a partner, man. So fucking whack.
Now, if there is a boss, unstoppable woman girl boss who don't need no man, she's going to need a dude who is fine staying at home, who's
I disagree.
Fine taking care of what she needs to succeed. The problem is those women want both. Men who understand, hey, I'm going to work 100 hours a week. I'm going to build wealth.
100 hours a week. Brother.
And, you know, there's all this other stuff that has to get done. I need someone to do that. They get that. Women...
I just did the dishes today and cleaned the kitchen. You can do it all.
It's cold.
Goppity goop. Thanks, phone.
Have been sold this lie that if you want to be an unstoppable girl boss, slay queen, go ahead. You can also find an unstoppable boy boss.
A boy
Those
boss?
Guys don't want anything to do with you. They want some arm candy that's not going to be laying around. Like, look, you can call me superficial all you want.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. But my wife knows that the expectation is that she doesn't like lay around and not put makeup on, and that she gets dressed every day and looks nice.
Divorce him. Do you need problems? Or like, do you have problems? Like, I think you need to divorce him. Yeah, it's time to get the fuck out of there. That is ridiculous. For this fucking guy? Brother. When's the last time he's made you come? Like, be real. This is crazy. I can't imagine anyone desiring that lifestyle. Like, she can do better. Ugh.
She knows that. It's not like it sounds kind of creepy saying it out loud.
It sounds kind of creepy when I say it out loud. Yeah, it fucking does, doesn't it? That's fucking weird, isn't it? You uploaded this. You kept this out. Holy shit. He's definitely going through a divorce arc. It's happening.
That's my expectation. I want my wife to look pretty, okay?
I want my wife to look pretty? Oh, that's tough. I just do think my wife is pretty. It was that easy. She's just pretty. What do you mean? I want her to be. I didn't want any of this. It just happened to me. We just ran into each other. I didn't choose this. She's just cute. With or without me viewing her.
And if she's at work all day and this and the other, like, it's just things that you want are not the same. Men knew this. Some men want a good wife. There are
a good wife.
Gender roles.
There are not gender roles. There are not gender roles. That is a crazy thing to say. There are just tasks in a household that are done. Like, that's it. If you were single, you would be doing the gender roles of the woman, I guess, right? What's a good wife even mean? In my opinion, it's just a good partner.
And this is something that third wave feminism has been pushing, is that there aren't gender roles. In fact,
third wave feminism? Are we only on the third wave of this thing? I don't know. I feel like we're past this.
Isn't even real. And all these women's uteruses are going to be elephants' graveyards.
Oh no, not their uteruses. No, the utes. That's what I'm thinking about when I'm looking at the ladies. Like, hey, yeah, how's your uterus?
If I was gay or something.
An elephant's graveyard? Nice. Love a good elephant ute. Sometimes when creating a character, I roll a dice for gender. Therefore, there are gender roles. I'm gonna have to ask you to roll yourself some fucking psychic damage. Is touching gross stuff like dish sink scraps or vacuum contents a gender role? Apparently, they're a Jake gender role. If you're Jake gender, do you do both of those things regularly? Chat, roll a wisdom save. I'm going to roll a wisdom save as well. 14. Plus 6, obviously, wisdom, because I'm so wise. So I pass.
And they're going to be sad and alone. And the men that they could have found love with, men who are perhaps more family orientated or home orientated or project orientated, they've already settled for somebody else who probably isn't happy with them because they.
Oh, cool. Sounds like your system's working great. Yeah, they probably already settled with other people, so cool, brother. So anyway, on the other side of this, on the other side of the political platform, all the way to the left with guys like me, you could just be yourself and find someone that that is also themselves around you, and then you can just like hang out and spend time together. You can just be cool and amenable to other people's lives. Like that doesn't mean you have to do so without any sort of like introspection or work or change or anything. Like, you know, we're all complex people. Maybe you have bad habits, or maybe you're not a good guy. Maybe your expectation that your wife has to look a certain way every day, or else like you're not going to pay the bills or something. I don't know. It's weird.
They want an unstoppable boy boss.
I am an unstoppable boy boss. Go boys. Yeah, the boys. I feel powerful. Do you feel powerful, the boys?
After a handful of underwhelming relationships and dozens of disappointing first dates, Andrea,
I bet he would be mad if she looked good and went out every day, though. He was pissed when she ate pizza without him. He pissed in the basement by himself and had a crash out. She probably hasn't left without him since because it was a huge fight. She's probably trapped in the fucking house because she doesn't have financial independence without him now. She's probably regretting retiring. He calls it retiring so he can trap her because he knows that he's not good enough. She's in the Crowder situation. Oh, yeah.
recently called off the search for a husband. The 29-year-old always thought she'd have found her life partner by now. Instead, she's house hunting solo and considering having kids on her own. That's sad.
Is it?
I'm financially self-sufficient enough to do these things myself, said Andrea, a Boston-based accountant. I'm willing to accept being single versus settling for someone who isn't the right fit.
I agree.
That is a you problem, lady.
It's not really a you problem. It's more like a thing that she's saying that she's wants. I don't want to say... Like if you keep reading this, I don't think this sounds bad.
You have this ridiculous expectation of what
It's
a man...
not.
You have deluded yourself into thinking...
Why do you think that there is a delusion here?
Happy.
She hasn't even described what
She
you're
sees
talking
her
about.
plans for an independent future as making the best of a lousy situation. Girl, you're 29. You have tons of time to find a guy. You don't want a guy that's been divorced. You don't want a guy that has a kid. You don't want a guy... That's your choice. You could find a man. She says, but I feel...
What? You say the same... You're projecting. That's what you guys say about women all the time. It's just projection, man. No one gives a fuck. Real normal people are just like, if they're attracted to somebody, they'll be attracted to them. That's just what it is.
I feel happier just accepting my reality. I don't want to sit here and say I'm 100% happy, but I've accepted it. It's mentally and emotionally a sense of peace. This is what the you'll live in a pod, you'll eat the bugs, and you'll be happy people wanted.
It actually sounds like this Boston-based accountant is what she wanted. I'm not for capitalism. I don't think accountants are even a reasonable position that we need. At least not for this. Maybe we can have accountants for other shit. But this is just like for personal wealth growth, which is really dumb.
This is what they wanted, and they've turned her into their prototypical person.
Who's they? What are you talking about?
Some of the numbers that are shocking. A 2022 Pew survey of single adults showed only 34% of single women were even looking for romance, compared to 54% of single men, down from 38 and 61, so even more people are checking out of the dating market.
Okay.
The share of women, listen to this, the share of women aged 18 to 40 who are single, that is neither married nor living with their boyfriend, was 50...
Nor living with their boyfriend? Or cohabitating with a partner? Why is he gotta say boyfriend? What the fuck?
51.4% in 2023. 51%.
Uh-huh.
Call it 52. The same data in just 20 years before was at 41.8%.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so, and you don't see any correlation with, like, the proliferation of far right-wing politics or anything. All those guys are single. You're going to see, I guarantee you what you're going to see, a lot of single liberals and a lot of single right-wingers. 10
basis points, or almost a 15% increase in people who just are single and resided to dying alone. In 2023, Pew Research Survey Center of 5,000 adults, 48% of women said that being married was not too far or not too
Jeremy.
at all important for a fulfilling life. They're wrong.
They're wrong. It is important. You have to be married. You have to. They're wrong. When they're saying that it's not important to them, I don't know why you're like, yeah, it is. What a fucking weirdo.
Compared with 39% of men. So more men want to get married than these women. Up from 31 and 28% in 2029.
I can't believe it.
I'm smart when I drink.
I'm so shocked that women are saying, I'd rather not marry a man. They're telling you what the problem is, and you're like, no. Okay. More for the rest of us, I guess. Popcorn to someone else. I beg of you, Jeremy. Popcorn to someone else. What does that mean? Then marry each other? Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Maybe the men should start marrying each other. A bunch of right-wing men married together? Not gay, of course.
Our society is checking out. They're checking out of the dating pool, and this is exactly what third wave feminism did. Most of us saw it, and it's so sad to see. I hope you're informed by this video. I hope these women and men...
You hope you're informed by this video? I'm informed that you're going through a divorce now and having daily panic attacks due to the decisions you've made.
will stop taking the black pill and will get back in the dating pool and start being more reasonable and realistic about what it takes to find happiness.
But you're not happy. What the fuck? The only happy people I ever see are leftists. And really, that's just like in interpersonal relationships. And even then, it's a crapshoot, right? Still gotta, like, navigate the world and shit. He's not taking his own advice. I just never see a happy couple when they're right wing. They can stay married for sure. There's lots of old couples that don't even fucking like each other. That just, you know, would be scared to navigate the world without each other. I guess he'll find out. His own way. How hard it is for a guy like him in the dating pool. Women don't like right-wing men. If you are an incel and you want to stop being one, I can help. I can help. TLDR, it's probably your fault, but it's not also. It's probably also the men in your life, or the way that you were, or maybe not even the men in your life, the way that you were taught to be a man is wrong.